Welcome back to Beyond the Tool Belt, everybody. Today's guest is Steven Spence from Project Map It. And today we are going to talk about AI, what he's learned with AI and how they are using it at Project Map It, and what he is seeing on the road while traveling with ABC and CertainTeed siding. We have a kind of a belief system that either we're going to push you up or we're going to push you out. I don't want to be around 5 other people that aren't pushing themselves to succeed. Success isn't about taking, but giving value first. Compensation follows contribution always. This is true authenticity. It's the truth. Every week, this is our story. We share with you our journey. We share with you our scars.
Please welcome your host, Ty Cobb-Backer.
And we are back. Thanks for joining us today on this rainy Wednesday afternoon here in the great state of Pennsylvania. I have my good, close friend, Steven Spence with Project Map It today for his first appearance for 2026.
That's right.
Steven's been on the show quite a few times over the years. This is our 6th year, Vic, or our 7th year? Last year was our 6th?
I think we're going through 6.
Okay. We came up on our sixth year, sixth season, however you want to cut that up. Yeah. 6 years we've been doing this solid every single week for 52 weeks a year for 6 years. So here we are, and Steven's been on quite a few of them, especially some of the earlier, down in the old studio. He's done it virtually with me. He's done it in studio in the newish kind of Smash Lab setup that we have here at the office now, and will, I'm sure, be here when we get the new studio set up. So.
Yes, sir.
My man, Steven, how you doing?
Good, man. How are you? I'm looking for it on Facebook. I don't see it live,
but
I just wanted to see any comments or anything.
Yeah.
But I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. That's good. That's good stuff. Did you find it?
Vic will help. He always does.
Vicky Ticky Talk. He is the man behind the scenes that takes care of a lot of stuff for us. So let's jump right into it. So anyone who's not necessarily familiar with, Project Map It, because I think every time we get together, we don't normally talk about what it is that you do. So let's start the year out right and explain to people, what Project Map It is, what problem it solves for contractors and maybe what's coming with Project Map It.
Yeah. So we are an interactive map. We are awesome. We're built for contractors. Our biggest contractor in the industry are roofing companies and siding companies. Excuse me. They make up about 93% of our total portfolio of customers. So we know the roofing business very well, hence our really good partnerships with a bunch of supply companies and CertainTeed, obviously, as you mentioned. Thank you, Mr. Vic. Mm-hmm. So imagine an interactive map. So our system provides a homeowner proof that you are the best company in the business, right? When TC backers at a home, that customer might also have 2 other companies there, and they're seeing which one they want to go with, right? So our platform provides confidence for that homeowner that TC backer is the best one for the job. And we're just an interactive map. We're very simple, but very powerful system. Interactive map allowing you to filter by, let's say, shingle or siding color. You can click a button that says, hey, I want to look at a Moray Black landmark roof or a CertainTeed monogram Savannah Wicker siding job. And within seconds, the map changes, and then a gallery view will change of all the pictures that your team has uploaded of said color. So it gives quick access points for a homeowner to see jobs that you've done in the color that they're looking for and that you're local, trusted, and proven. There's a lot more to it. We're a review platform. We have a public profile page, which is actually, if we get into the AI piece, we do feel our public profile page is going to be something that becomes very relevant. We haven't really talked about this page ever really with our customers. And now that's all we're talking about, that and the fact that we're a great sales tool.
That's great. That's great.
That's it in a nutshell.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. So what problems, does it solve for contractors to differentiate themselves from everybody else and build trust with homeowners?
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, it's all about reputation, right? You want to show that you are the one that's working in the neighborhoods that your sales consultants are going to. So, people always want to see location. So pins on a map. When I dive into a certain city or town or even community, and I can see 15 jobs that you've done 3 streets from your house, right, that local reputation helps. We have a way to collect reviews. So, reviews are a very big piece in the landscape for a residential contractor. We have a review platform, which is really, really good. So we help solve a problem. We didn't actually know that a lot of people were using our review platform. And then we started realizing, oh crap, a lot of people are using our review platform. And not only that, they love our review platform. We had a company that collected 200 reviews. Project Mapit reviews were our own review platform. So they collected 200 Project Mapit reviews and 60 Google reviews in 2 months. Big company, like $50 million a year company. But they called me just to brag about it. Hey, Steve, I want you to know our sales team absolutely loves how easy it is to capture reviews as soon as the job is done. So we solve that problem for people, and then ultimately we just want people to be able to have a tool to showcase their digital footprint.
Yeah, no, that's great. So that one particular feature, would you say that would be the underestimated feature that most contractors don't know about?
Yeah. I mean, you're talking about our review platform?
Yeah, our review.
It really is. So we've really tried to push it out a lot more lately. And obviously when we're talking sales, we've changed our sales pitch a little bit with the landscape of AI changing in our public profile page. So we kind of bookmark our tool into 3 places. We always, and we will always stand behind this. And I've had hundreds of, owners over the last 8 years text, Facebook message me, call me personally and tell me how Project Mapit helped them close a deal, right? So we will always say that the first box that you put Project Mapit into is providing your sales team a sales tool, right? So that's the first thing. But then, a close second is becoming this review platform. I present, like you mentioned, all over the US with CertainTeed. We're doing a lot of ABC supply shows coming up here in February and March. And we have a really killer presentation. And when I ask contractors in the audience, so like, how do you collect reviews? And they tell me, oh, we got these tap cards or we email through our CRM and all that stuff. And I'm like, cool. What kind of reviews are you looking for? I mean, Google, which everybody is, right? I mean, everybody wants a Google review. But my follow-up question always, and 100% of the time this happens, Ty, my follow-up question is, what if the homeowner doesn't have a Gmail account?
Yeah.
And I get answers sometimes like everybody has a Gmail account. I'm like, bullshit. Sorry for my language, but that's not true.
Yeah,
my mom is still using like an AIM account or something like that. Right. And then the second thing is, my question is, well, if they don't have a Gmail account, what other platform are you asking to get a review on? And they're like, that's a good point. It's like deer in headlights. Right. Like, you got to have a backup. Like, Google is the number one, right? We all want Google reviews, but even like, and no knock on BBB or Angie or Yelp or any of those, but you have to set up accounts to leave a review on all those platforms. So we are our own review platform. So just think Project Mapit review system, very similar to Google, right? You leave a star review and you write a testimonial on our platform. So it's the same makeup, but you don't have to have a login. We have spam filters and all that stuff baked in. So a contractor, I go to Vic's house and I say, hey, Vic, is there anything that TC Backer Construction has done that would not want you to leave us a 5-star review? And Vic says, no, you guys did a bang up job. Right there, I have, human psychology. I have a commitment verbally. So then my next follow-up question with Vic is going to be, do you mind leaving a review for us? I'm going to walk around the house, pick up all the nails, just do one final sweep while you leave the review. Vic's not going to say no. He's already verbally committed like 30 seconds earlier. So now when I'm talking to Vic, I'm like, hey, with our system, you can pin a QR code right to your phone. So you just click a bookmark on your phone. It opens up a QR code. The homeowner scans the QR code. It opens up a Project Mapit like landing page with different review platforms. Google always being the first, but then Project Mapit's a good second one. And I can ask Vic, hey, do you have a Gmail account? Vic says, no, I don't have a Gmail account. Cool. We use this system called Project Mapit. It's a review platform. Just click on that review, the Project Mapit logo. It's going to open up. You don't need to log in or anything. You just leave the review. And so you're still capturing a review. And when you talk about AI and reputation signals and stuff like that, the reviews are very important, not because of the 5-star. They're important because of what people write about your company. So it's the written component. So if you're only looking for a Google review, and if the homeowner doesn't have a Google review and you lose out 50% of the customers you're asking for a Google review because they don't have a Gmail account, now you can gain those 50% back by using Project Mapit. It's still written material about you on the interweb.
Yeah.
So it's still going to play in your favor.
Yeah. Now, how is it showing up on the interweb?
So it lands on Project Mapit's map, right? So it directly goes to the portfolio page. And then on top of that, we do have a landing page that has, just like you have a Google page, there's a page that you could link that takes you directly to the Project Mapit review page. And on that page, it doesn't just show Project Mapit reviews. It'll also show Google reviews.
Okay. Cool. Now, how does it communicate with Google? Because I know when, like, if you search TC Backer, you go down a couple pages, Project Map, it pops up. So, like, when did that start happening? Why did that happen, and why is that beneficial?
Yeah. So you're talking about our public profile page, which is like that third box that we're really starting to promote because of the way AI is, the way the consumer, right? The homeowner is searching companies in York, Pennsylvania, and which company we should get to. So if you want to get into the AI thing, I can tell you about the page that you're speaking of. So to understand our product, there's a public profile page. We call it the PPP. Sounds kind of silly, but it's the public profile page. And on that page, it basically takes all the data from your Project Map It map and just puts it in a nice, neat form as a one-page landing page on a website. So think of it as like an extra online presence for you, like your Angie page, your whatever manufacturer you use. That all manufacturers have, like, a certified pro page kind of thing. Roofer's Coffee Shop is a great friend of ours with a great directory page. You can be an Art Club member for $425 a year and get this amazing surplus of AI energy, if you will. So think of it as like just a directory page that just has information about your about your company. That's the page that's fine. And funny enough, not many people do anything with that public profile page. The thing that really helps is like writing a project description. Hey, this was a 35 square house that we put a roof replacement on. There was a dog named Rover in the yard that was super nice all day long. The homeowner brought out lemonade for the crew. Just a great experience all around. Or gutters needed to be replaced because soffit fascia was rotting out. So, that was an extra thing that we did for our homeowners. So something unique to every project you do, right? Those project descriptions is what, like, AI search engines and Google SEO or Bing, whatever you want to call it, that's what they eat up. So anyway, you have a page, Ty, that you're saying is on the second page, but you've never done anything with that page, right?
We haven't.
So now imagine, like, if you use our new AI built-in project description tool that we have, that we're still, it's in its infant stages, but I think within the next 5 days, we'll have it locked in, where it's going to make it real easy for contractors to write that job description just by literally speaking into your phone and summarizing the job.
So this is a new feature you're talking about.
It is, yeah. And we did it specifically because if you're not going to do anything with AI, you're going to be behind the curve.
Absolutely.
When it comes to software companies like ours. But yeah, that's a public profile page. So then it gets into like how searching is becoming different online for homeowners.
Yeah. So
if you want us to dive into that, we can dive into that.
Yeah, go for it. For sure. Yeah. Tell us more about that, because, I want to know personally, and I'm sure some of most of our listeners want to know, because like you said, if you're not somehow getting involved with AI on some level, whether it's helping you create content, writing your blogs, whatever the case might. I mean, there's so many different ways you can use it. So explain to us, how a contractor who signs up for Project Map It can be using AI.
So we've been presenting for CertainTeed, and CertainTeed asked me to do 2 different presentations this year. I do one at 9 and one at 1 o'clock. The one at 9 is about marketing and just your online presence altogether, and the one at 1 is about sales. And I will be honest with you, the one at 9 where I talk about online presence is actually more fun for me because I'm used to doing the sales one all the time. So it's kind of a new subject for me, right? And I spent a long time researching it. We have a lot of great marketing agencies in the roofing exterior remodeling space that I reached out to. And so I've learned a lot. And so I'll start this with a caveat that I am by no means an expert like Tim Brown, who's here. And Tim, feel free to, tear everything I'm saying apart. And I always say that, but I talk to marketing agencies and everything. So let's just talk about like SEO versus GEO. Do you know the difference?
Yes, but explain it to us.
Yeah, so SEO, search engine optimization, still a really big part in the world of home construction industries like yours. GEO is generative engine optimization. You talk to one marketing agency, they're the same thing. It's just good online presence. You talk to another one, and they say, yeah, there is a difference, and the shift is going more towards generative engine optimization. Either way, there's definitely a difference, right, on how a homeowner searches a company when they need a new siding job, a new deck, a new roof, a new bathroom, whatever you call it whatever you want, whatever project you're looking for. So in the past, right? Like we would, if I'm looking for a roof, I would go to the internet and I would type in roofer what? Roofer near, finish the sentence, Vic, roofer near me, right?
Yeah.
And when I type roofer near me, it used my website, the company's website, their Google business profile, their reviews. It used that main domain part of their company and looked for all these SEO key terms. And then it would compile a list, right? So Google, you put roofer near me, York County, Pennsylvania, and then Google would pop up a list. And roofing companies would always want to be on that first page, right? It's like, man, I got to be on the first page. I can't have TC Backer be on the second page, right?
Right.
And what the consumer would do, the homeowner's behavior was they would see a list and they would click on each of the websites and they would research them and they would look at the Google reviews and they would decide after some research which company they were going to use, right? However, now it's not just a list. People aren't just searching roofer near me, and I'm not putting you on the spot, but what different ways are people searching your company now, Ty? Not just saying roofer near me. Where are they going?
They're going to not just, you mean outside of Google?
Outside of Google.
AI. They're going to ChatGPT.
Yeah. I literally on my phone in the top right, it's like where I touch the most is ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Right. So instead of typing roofer near me, now the consumer is typing in, hey, I live in York. I live in York, Pennsylvania, and I'm looking for a certified contractor with this manufacturing company that has over 222 Google reviews. Like they're being specific.
Yeah.
Right. And so instead of a list where the homeowner in the past, a list would pop up and I would research a bunch. Now ChatGPT,
does all the research for you.
They do the research for you and it spits out 1, 2, maybe 3 companies. And so now the end user, the homeowner, they're not doing a ton of research. They're believing ChatGPT because they're like, ChatGPT does the research for me. Yeah. So now if it spits out one company after I pose a question, that homeowner is using that one company. So now it becomes very important, right, for companies like yours to really be able to work with the fact, the knowledge that people aren't just saying roofer near me, they're asking specific questions. So how does TC Backer come up in an AI search?
Right.
And that's the biggest thing. And so
that's the biggest push, I think, right now for a lot of us. I don't know if everybody's adapted to the change, but that's one of those things where if you want to stay ahead of the curve, it's definitely AI right now. Everything's just about AI driven, like you said, because it's doing a lot of the heavy lifting for us in our day to day, operations here. I mean, anything from content to, it could even build you a website, Tim's on here, but not that it would, be perfect and do everything that you needed to do, but essentially it could write a script for a podcast. Right. It could do, anything and everything, it's not much. It'll make, I think it's going to make it. I've said it and I've read it and I've seen it. Jana's here to visit us. Hi, honey.
Hi, Jana. Come on in. Come give me a hug. Come give me a hug right now. God, I don't see these people often. Hey.
Yeah, I'm live.
It's okay. He never texted
we were
me
late.
He never texted me that he was getting a legend award either that I would have gone to.
I know.
I won't get there.
It's Jana's fault that you didn't get him.
It's too late now. I'm not a guy that plans the day up.
Fortunately, we have room for you. So now you're committed to coming tonight.
I can't.
I'll send you the information.
All right. So let's focus on what we just talked about as far as these are things that when I talk about them, people are like, oh, shit, I didn't think about that. Right. So on your website, do you have a Q&A page? Do you have like questions and answers, FAQ page? I'm sorry. On your TC Backer Construction website?
You'd have to ask John that. I don't think we do.
So if not, any contractor, think about like if I'm going to ChatGPT and I'm asking questions, right? Then why don't I go to my website and put questions that I know homeowners are going to ask? Yeah. Because then AI search engines will be able to catalog that. Yeah. That's a same question.
No, that's great. Because we've recently brought most of all that stuff back in-house again. With, we were talking earlier where we kind of just went through and started scrubbing everything and revamping everything. And one of those things were, and big shout out to Hook Agency here. He helped us get back on track.
Good job, John.
We've had things so diluted and replicated that it was actually, it was hurting our search results because there was so much replication of stuff. And we had so many locations. Tim and his team actually help us get back on track with that. And now John kind of has the reins.
John said we have, I'm laughing because I'm looking at my computer, everybody. When you see me looking down, it says, yes, we have FAQs out the butt.
Okay. Yeah.
So
there you go.
So here's what I'm saying. Like, I'll tell you one thing that I think every single roofing company should do, whether it's metal roofing, coatings, it doesn't matter. Right. Shingle, you should get a subscription. And this is not a plug. This is like just truth. Like, you should be an R Club member to Roofers Coffee Shop. Heidi Ellsworth, if you want, I don't know if you just want to put in the comments, hook me up, or just go to Roofers Coffee Shop and, message them through Facebook or whatever. But like, they are a great directory page. And this is the thing that AI does, right? SEO looks at your eminent domain, your main domain, your website, your Google business profile, your Google reviews and stuff like that. AI in seconds pings billions of websites and is trying to see consistencies across the board. So having a directory page on Roofers Coffee Shop, having a directories page on like CertainTeed's Find a Pro or your manufacturer JF, all that stuff becomes very important, right? Like, because you want that stuff to be consistent across the board. So another big thing is the NAP. Anybody in here know what NAP is? I know John is. John probably could say it.
John probably does.
Name, address, phone number. So the name on your Google business profile should be in the address and the phone number, and even your email should be the same, whether it's on Yelp's, whether it's on your Facebook page. Like, make those the same, because AI is looking for those consistencies. Oh, this one has the same exact name, address, and phone number here as it does here, 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 and here. Yeah. And when it does that, it becomes a better trust signal. So then the answer that AI provides back is going to be more likely to be your company.
Yeah,
which is why your Project Map It profile page and writing job descriptions is what we believe is going to be very, very important. It's not necessarily our page getting found.
Yeah.
It's AI finding the information when it pings billions of websites about your company, because like Google is making a big push. And Tim Brown, if you're still on here, Jordan, tell me if I'm wrong, but Google is making a big push of like reputation and trust signals, right? Like, they want Google AI, they want to see companies like yours that are doing relevant work with fresh content that shows real world application. That's exactly what Project Map It is. We're locations on a map to show that you're local. We are project description driven now with AI. So now I can write a unique description in under, a minute for every job. And it's going to be fresh content for that page. And what we're hoping is over time, AI will be able to sniff that out.
No, that's great. That is such great information for anyone listening that owns a business and has a website. I mean, it doesn't even have to pertain to, the roofing industry, but particularly
everywhere.
The roofing industry. If anybody out there is listening that owns a business, that bit of information right there is good. That was a good nugget.
Like, I have a directory page on Roofers Coffee Shop. I asked Alex Toll, who is my main point of contact for that. I said, hey, can we rewrite it? And can I put an FAQ section on the bottom of my directory page? She said, yeah, just send me over the content. We'll get it up there.
Oh, that's good.
Social media. Jordan's talking about social media. Very, very important to be on that presence. Everything that's showing reputation. It's 100% all about your reputation.
Yeah.
It's
online reputation.
Maybe keywords. I don't know. I'm not an expert here, but maybe SEO key terms and blogs and stuff like that are important because it's fresh content.
Of course.
But like, it's really going towards like, you show me that customers trust your business, and AI will say thank you for that, and they will put you in front of the customers.
Wow. No, that's awesome.
Yeah, man.
Okay. So let's talk a little bit about your travels with ABC and CertainTeed. Like, what's that about? And what are you seeing out there and hearing from contractors, not just with AI, but like in the industry? Like, like PE was a thing there for a minute. And I'm sure it still is, but like anything else, it fizzles out. Like, so what are you hearing out there?
So I travel. CertainTeed does a really cool job. They rent out like NFL and MLB stadiums. So I've been, I think, now to 22 stadiums in the last 3 years.
That's crazy.
And I get to present, like I said, 2 different sessions. CertainTeed wines and dines you. So it's been a lot of fun. There's not a lot of cost for us because we're a partner of theirs, and it's nice. They treat us and their contractors well. But I go. I've done 3 shows. We were at Ford Field, Detroit. We were at Nashville. The Titans where they play. And we just got back from New Orleans, the Superdome. So trends, things I'm seeing, things I'm hearing is like definitely the companies that aren't the top companies that are doing the things that like John is saying with, keeping the updated website and the things that you and I talked about with Vic and the things you're doing here at TC Backer. There are companies that are struggling from last year. So there is that struggle. We didn't have many customers that just had to quit altogether or close down shop. So I love that.
Yeah.
And hopefully 2026, there'll be a surge. Yes, PE is still around. I have people in that space that I'm friends with that come to some of these shows. So I talk to them and introduce them to companies and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, it's honestly like in my world, in my conversations, it's all about like, just what the hell do we do with this AI shift?
Yeah.
Like what can we do to position ourselves in a world that is going to be ruined by AI?
Yeah.
And the world is going to go to hell in the next 2 years, 3 years. All jokes aside, I mean, I have to do AI, but yeah, I mean, it's an AI world, man.
I think I was a little leery of it at first.
Yeah.
I mean, not like 6 months ago, Larry, but like going back a year or two ago,
Yeah.
I was kind of like, no, I don't want it to ruin me like Tom and Garmin did.
Yeah.
Like I can't drive around the neighborhood without punching in an address because I got to watch my GPS.
Yeah.
And that was like my first fear of like, it's going to make me dependent on it where I can't think for myself because I'm going to continuously ask it questions where, now I don't have critical thinking skills and I don't have, there's something else. Cause I was on this kick for a minute. Like, if you're going to use it, like use it intelligently. Like,
so true.
So I wouldn't have to hire as many people. Do you know what I mean? Or a coach or a mentor or not that I wouldn't. And I'm not saying don't hire a coach or a mentor. It is very important that you do those things, but there's questions you can ask it that you would have to pay a lot of money for.
Yeah.
Okay. To hire someone to ask these questions or build out SOPs or KPIs. And like, so we've been using it in ways of helping us write things out, letting it do the heavy lifting where it's actually saving us money. So I don't have to pay someone that would take me sometimes years to create a whole book, hard copy and digitally, a book of SOPs,
right?
And clean it up and do spell check and all these things and even point things out to us that we might be missing. Okay. So I really feel like AI is going to produce more millionaires than any other .com, whatever big booms that we've had that have created wealth. And whenever there was a transfer of wealth, I think this is going to be the next biggest transfer of wealth, whether you're an existing company or some nerd at home that's really good on the computer that can design something, to help somebody,
I mean,
find a pain point. I mean, there's so many different pain points you can find using to help people, solve their problems.
I mean, we got like our kids are young and they literally can multitask like mofos. They can be they could be watching a television show, playing doing Snapchat or playing a game on their thing and hold a conversation at the same time. I see stuff all the time. Like 16-year-olds can become millionaires pretty easily now.
Right.
With AI.
Absolutely. For sure. Cutting up content and stuff like that. I always go back to that because, to be able to churn out, how much of a pain in the ass it is to it's one thing capturing the content, but the other thing is editing it. I have so much content on all of my devices that I used to never do anything with, like, because I didn't have the bandwidth to sit down and download it into this app that I would have to edit everything and put the subtitles on the bottom and what color they're going to be and clean up, take the ends and the ands and the ums and all of that out of the content now, where it's like you can just run it through an app and it's like, boom, it's done. And it gives you 30 of them to choose from. And then you can edit from there. So it saved so much time in just the content creation world itself, which is where a lot of things are. How you promote your business, how you create omnipresence, how you create a brand, like starts on social media with content, good content. And the problem is that you got to find that way to break through all the noise that's out there. Okay, because it's saturated. The roofing industry is so saturated. Any industry, plumbing, HVAC, whatever, is so saturated with content now. So AI kind of helps you differentiate yourself from the competition, whether it's, still imagery, whether it's, enhancing the colors, whether it's you want a roof to blow up and then be put back together real quick. Whatever can catch somebody's attention span, because of AI and short form content, our attention spans have shrank. So you need to captivate their attention in the first 1.3 seconds.
Agreed. There's this garage company. Their logo's red. I can't remember the name of it. They're on my TikTok feed all the time. And it's like this 6'9" marketing director. And the owner's like this hunched over older man, probably my age. That's like 5'4". And their videos are the funniest freaking videos I've ever seen. Like I don't comment usually on TikTok, but I even had to. I was like, look, if I lived in your area, you would be getting my business if I needed a garage door.
Right. And they found that way to differentiate themselves from everybody else out there that's doing it, because they've gotten creative. And like Vic just said in the comments, it's helped him think more critically.
Yeah.
More creatively, maybe not even necessarily critically, but more creatively, and on how to prompt it.
Music. Do you use it for music at all? Just curiosity. Yeah. So like we have customers that don't respond to us, right? Like we're just trying to help you. We don't want to be, I've seen software companies in our space where it's like customers complain that that software company doesn't help them enough, doesn't support them enough.
Yeah.
We support like crazy. We take a lot of pride in it. So we have customers that will email, but they don't respond. We've called, they don't respond. We tried texting, they don't respond. And it's like, what do you do? So like, we'll use AI to say, look, we don't want to come across as an asshole to this company, but can you give me, this is the email we've been sending. Can you give me a better way of saying it that puts urgency in and also has the tone of like, we're just here to support you. Would you rather have someone support you or not?
Yeah.
And it does help us a lot when it comes to SOPs on how to reach out for retention and things like that.
Absolutely. And even if it's not the way that you want it, at least open your mind enough to, oh, wow, I like half of it. The other half I don't like. And it allows you to put your own spin on it.
Yeah.
If you're using it that way, but I can definitely see where it could potentially make people lazy.
I'm less lazy. I go down these rabbit holes because in ChatGPT, you can do a deep research dive, an agent dive and all this stuff. And I go down those. I went down that whole rabbit hole trying to prepare for the CertainTeed events. And
I'm starting to use it to double check, cross-reference our books here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
like help me find a gap. Where's there some deficiencies? Create me a budget. I want it to be this much revenue with this much net profit with a net profit of this. So where does my payroll need to stay? How much can I spend on marketing? How much, all of these things. And that's why I say I would need to hire somebody for tens of thousands of dollars to take months to deep dive when all I got to do is download an Excel spreadsheet of last year's books. You know what I mean? For free.
Yeah.
Except outside of the monthly subscription or whatever it might be for.
I need to do that.
Yeah. So there's something out there for somebody that, and I just started down this rabbit hole with this, but you know what I mean? To do that. But again, it's going to only improve the quality of our business. It's going to help us be more efficient, run more lean, all these things that we've been talking about. I mean, I think we've done a good job staying out on the forefront between John and our marketing. We use it in our marketing every day.
That's what it sounds like.
And in our content creation, the podcast, there's not much AI that's not involved with it. Even the platform that we use, the StreamYard, is up to date on it. Like everybody is anything.
I was talking because the Roofers Coffee Shop does a bunch of different types of podcasts and everything. And they were talking about StreamYard. They brought that up. And then they had some others that literally from this podcast that you and I are doing. I don't know if StreamYard does it, but there's some out there that you can click a button and it'll create 9 shorts for you.
Yeah.
And they're very accurate.
Yeah. StreamYard does it now.
Vic is saying it does.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. That would take hours.
Yes.
I remember Vic and I both it used to take hours.
Yes.
To try to create a 15-second thing.
Well, this is the next step I'm doing on my website. I'm putting all these podcasts on. Vic's going to hate me. I'll be like, can you send them to me again? But like, I'm going to tag all these podcasts on there just to show everybody that might be researching Project Mapper. Like, like Steve and his amazing team of Pat, Perla, Ashley. I'm going to name them all: Maddie, Marcos, Olivia, Pete, Ryan, like our amazing team. Like, check them out. And that's, again, a reputation builder.
Absolutely.
If I was never on a podcast, I just talked to a CertainTeed rep the other day. This person just started with CertainTeed. Shout out to Molly Quinn. And she said, like, I'm going to check you out. I'm going to research Steve Spence podcasts. And I talked to her this morning coming up here, and she was like, yeah, there were tons of podcasts with you. Reputation, man. It's all about reputation signals, AI. So.
Okay. So before we wrap this up, I got one probably AI question for you here. So in one sentence, what does AI allow contractors to do better than ever before? Well,
you answered all of that. I'm not a contractor. If you're talking about on the marketing side, I can talk about that. But I mean, I would pose it more as a question where it's AI is a thing. Every contractor that might watch this episode, AI is a thing, and people are searching differently than they did a year or 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So no longer are they saying landscaper, roofer near me or anything like that. They're asking AI questions, and AI doesn't just look at your website. AI looks at everything out there on the World Wide Web about your company. Yeah. So get yourself out, all the different reviews, all the different third-party sites, whether you're on there on a manufacturer site or whatever, and try to beef up those different third-party sites so that when AI pings a billion different websites, they're seeing you more than just on your website. It's all about showing fresh content. So think fresh content on your website. Maybe like we talked about, put an FAQ page on there. Make sure that your name, address, and phone number are updated on all the different third-party sites that are out there that have your name. Just Google your name and see like what sites come up, and then go to those sites and update them. But that's where the world's headed. It's where in your specific industry, Google, AI, they're all looking for you to show your reputation and that you're the best one, so that when someone asks AI a question, AI can use all those reputation signals, fresh content, like look at the work we've done, all that stuff. AI can then say, this is the company that answers your question, because this is the company I found out on the World Wide Web, not just your website, that has the most information that shows that you are the most reputable one.
Yeah.
All about reputation, everybody.
Yeah. No, that's a great response. I mean, outside of the only other better response could have been, what can it do?
That's freaking true too.
You know, what can it do? So anyhow, Stephen, this has been an awesome conversation, and thank you for making AI practical and not intimidating. I think hopefully if anybody got anything out of this, hopefully we help them ease their mind that, you know, it's not so intimidating. Everybody's using it. If you're not using it, please jump on the bandwagon.
Can I say one more thing?
Absolutely.
2 minutes or less?
Yes, sir.
I'm on your podcast. I'd be remiss if I did not mention Roofers in Recovery, a nonprofit organization that your company, my company, and our buddy Jimmy Hammond in Indianapolis did. We hosted 3 golf tournaments. We raised about $49,000 this year with the 3 tournaments. If you're a contracting company, not just a roofing company, but if you're a contracting company, your industry, specifically roofing is the highest, but your industry, the contracting industry, is the highest percentage of drug and alcohol and mental issues that people have, right? So as an owner, as a human being, as an employee of that company, I encourage everybody to talk to your employees. I encourage everybody to have something in place. Maybe at your meetings, you talk about it once a month, but educate your employees, because more than likely you probably have an employee or more that is suffering from sort of mental disease or drug and alcohol addiction. I'm not saying everybody does. I'm not saying that, just percentage wise, national percentage probably dictates that. So just educate your team, be that owner that takes care of your employees, and everybody could be sober and everybody could be totally mentally sound, but still educating them, because more than likely someone in your office that works at your place. How many people do you have, Ty, here in TC Backer, all over?
In this
in all 3 locations?
We're just under 70.
So you have 70 people. I guarantee you out of those 70 people, a lot of them have friends that are also struggling.
Yeah.
So education is very important. And I just encourage everybody to do that. Roofersinrecovery.org. You can go there, and there's obviously a contact us page that you can speak with somebody there to get resources and stuff to help you get educated yourself. So I just want to say thank you, Ty.
Yeah.
His tournament here in York, they did the best. I think you guys, 27, 28, 29,000.
Yep.
Baltimore, my tournament, we brought in 21. Brand new tournament, Jimmy Hammond out in Indianapolis brought in 2. So a total $49,000 to Roofers in Recovery. I just wanted to say thank you very much, Ty, for jumping on that wagon.
No, we love it. We love it. And, I just want to add one more thing to what you were saying, because and not only those that are struggling with, to bring up to your team, and as somebody who's been on both sides of this thing, anybody who has suffered from somebody in their life that has been dealing with drug addiction and alcoholism, sometimes they need a place to, go and talk to somebody, because whether they know it or not, we make people around us sick as well too, whether it's codependency, co-signing stuff, covering things up, the fear, the PTSD, all those things, and they may not even realize that they're going through things. They may not know why they do certain quirky things or fear certain, aspects of their life, whether it's crowds of people or high tone pitches or whatever the case might be. I mean, we affect everybody. When we tear through people's lives, we affect those around us and permanently scar people that don't seek help, or may not even think that they need any help. So I just wanted to throw that out there too. It's not just about, those that have suffered or struggled with the disease, but also their family members too, that have experienced it with them. So there's programs out there too, for that. So I just wanted to bring that up, because that's not talked about enough too. Like, what about the parents? What about the significant others, that go through the same shit, essentially, that person's going through, that's suffering from, alcoholism or whatever.
I love it.
Yeah. So I wanted to put that in there. So if you want to learn more about Project Map It, or catch Steven on the road with ABC Supply or CertainTeed, check the show notes. Vic's going to go ahead and put the links in there, and potentially if we can get the tour stops from Steven here, we'll put them in the comments. And as always, thank you guys for listening to Behind the Tool Belt.
Do not hang up yet. It's not our fault Vic didn't have the battery ready. Vic, next time. No, I'm just kidding. I want you to tell everybody where you're going today at 5:00. I know you don't like to brag, and I know this is a tough thing for you because you're one of my best friends, and I know you don't like to say things, but I want you to tell the world what honor you're getting bestowed upon today. Let's do it.
It's been okay. So, all right. This might be another 10 minutes here, because I want to go back. If I'm going to bring it up. Okay. So about 10 years ago, we went and did, a home show. Our first, I want to say it was probably maybe longer, 12, 15, who knows how long ago it was. So our intentions was to go out there and get the brand recognition, set some appointments, yada, 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 yada. And I was approached by a lovely person. Her name is Lori, and asked me if I would want to join the York Builders Association. And I was like, I don't know. She's like, well, we'll give you a discount on the booth. And I was like, yeah, I'm in. So my intent was just to get better deals by just being a board, like not a board member, but just a member of the York Builders Association. And a year or two went by, and our booth got bigger, and we started to get more brand exposure. And I would speak with the lovely people that work for the York Builders Association a couple of times a year. They ask us how we were doing. Is there anything more that we can do for you? But then they approached me one year, probably about 10 years ago, and asked me if I would want to be a board member. I was like, man, I don't know. Like, I'm busy all the time. And of course, as persuasive as Lori is, I was like, sure, I'll do it. So I became a board member. So that's at one meeting a month. And I showed up, a couple, maybe 2-3 more years. And then she asked me to be the, I think, treasurer. I was like, oh my God. Now I'm moving up to the exec board, which is now another different meeting.
Yeah.
once a month. So now it's 2 meetings a month. And then from there, treasurer, secretary, vice president last year. And now we're moving into the president seat at the York Builders Association, which I've been recognized by the National Home Builders Association. I've gotten, awards from them from holding the positions that I've held over the years. And I'm saying this because I just don't want people to think that they just picked me like, you're a great dude. We're going to put you in. It's taken a lot of hard work. And now since then, I'm there for financial. I sit on the financial advisory board there. I sit on the Workforce Now program, which is a nonprofit that encourages students to get into the trades. I think I'm vice president there. I'm on the Home and Garden board. We just had a meeting yesterday. We got the home show coming up, the Home and Garden show coming up in February. So come check us out there. I believe that's February 12th, 6th through the 8th, February 6th through the 8th down there at the, what do they call it now? The UTS. Is it the UTS Expo? Yeah. UTS Potato Chips Expo Center in York here. And so there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes, like you said, Steve, that I don't, I'm not like, grandiose about like, hey, check out me. I do it because I'm passionate. I'm passionate about this industry. I'm passionate about the local business owners using, other business owners. I'm passionate about Workforce Now and getting more students involved with the trades, because the average age, and this is going back a couple of years ago when I last pulled the statistic, and I mean, it could probably go back 5 years. It's probably changed today. The average construction worker is 55 years old. Okay. I know AI is coming into things, but AI is not going to replace, a siding installer. Right. AI is not going to replace window installers, plumbers, HVAC. It may help and enhance our industry, which I've already seen it do that. And I didn't mention roofing because I do know that they're trying to come out with a mechanical roofing machine, which, I mean, there's always going to have to be somebody that's going to have to operate it. And I don't think with the complexity of a lot of roofs, I think there will be a time and a place to use it, especially for safety purposes.
I've seen it.
Yeah, I have too. I think we met the person here in York. Yeah. Were you with me?
Yeah. And I've also been to their shop, and with Roofers Coffee Shop.
No doubt. So anyhow, yes, long story short, tonight's the night. We got 91 of us, 92 with Steve, that will come and celebrate with us the commitment that I've made to our local construction industry to try to make it a better place than it was when we found it. So I feel like they saw something in me, and they think that hopefully, and this is what's crazy about the whole thing. It's not even about what I'm bringing to it. It's been about what I've gotten out of it. I mean, Lori has been such a great mentor to me. She is one of the hardest course leaders. This lady is bulletproof. And she's into the same stuff. Like, she's in the books. We share books with each other. I mean, and just sitting on and learning how real meetings are supposed to be held with secretaries, treasurers, pretty much like CEO, CFO, having a board, I wouldn't probably know as much about those things if it wasn't for me stepping outside my comfort zone, but her graciously asking me if I would want to participate and be a part of York County, which we're the number 2 builder association in the state of Pennsylvania. We just got that. Like, we're only like 60, and we're talking Pittsburgh, awesome. Philadelphia, Wilkes-Barre, like big cities that swallow us. Yep. We're just kind of a blip on the map, but Lori's busted her ass to retain, and all about retainage, Steve, yep. To retain members, to recruit new members, to have the second largest in the state of Pennsylvania is pretty cool. And for me to slide into the position that I am at this time, where we're going for the number 1 spot in the state of Pennsylvania to be the Builder Association. So
I appreciate you sharing that. And I know you work really hard for the community. It's one of the first things I learned about you 6 years, 7 years, whatever. It's a long time ago.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to make sure you said that out loud and on a podcast, because you deserve it.
Thank you.
Good job. And good job, Lori.
Yeah.
Give her a shout out for sure.
Yeah.
She sounds amazing.
Yeah. Her and her husband, Sean, are amazing people. Amazing. And they'll be there tonight.
You may now end your podcast if you'd like.
Okay. That's it. That's all for everybody. Thank you for listening Behind the Tool Belt, where we try our damnedest to help build better businesses, better teams, and better lives. So We will see you next week. Next week, I'm not sure exactly what we're doing or what we're talking about, but be here or be square. Thanks for joining us.